Hi everyone, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. We are going to work on this very large cactus pendant. And he is large. I've had to try to figure out how I'm going to put him on a necklace. I have 3-inch pins. He's got a rather large hole. And I have a little 11-0 seed bead. I am mixing metals. I know that bothers people. And I've got a spacer bead. And then I'm going to use one of these little bell flowers. And I'm also going to put a little spacer bead inside of there. Now, I am going to find the right tools because I've picked up things a million times and moved them. Okay. I'm going to hold these right here and I'm going to make a very small loop. And I'm going to release and I'm going to make another loop. And I'm just going to gently, if I can get him to hold still, turn and make a loop. Bring it all the way down. I'm going to grab here. I'm going to gently turn him back. Like that. And then I'm going to come here and I'm going to close him. And I may need to take my pliers to close him so that I have him closed good. And I'm going to straighten him up. Because I don't want to crack my flower. I don't want to crack my cactus. And again, I'm going to give him a little better kink backwards. And I am going to, I'm debating if I'm going to fasten him. I think I'm going to use a jump ring. So I'm going to hold this steady and I'm going to close that completely up. And then I'm going to work hard on that. He's not completely closed. If he'll stay still, I would finish closing him up. There we go. Now I'm going to finish work hardening him. Now, I'm going to use a jump ring to fasten them together. Let's see. I think I put them back in here, but I may not have. Nope, I didn't. They're right here. I have some 6mm 20 gauge that I got from Bead Box Bargains. They're a heavier jump ring than what I've got in some of my stuff, so I want to use them. And this way, I know he's going to stay. I'm going to open that. And I'm going to put him on that veil. Fasten him there. Fasten him onto the veil. And this pin will let him go around in circles. So you hear that click, click. and he is closed. So there's what my focal is going to look like. So I kind of have laid out here what I'm going to sort of do. And that's what I'm going to attempt. So, we're going to do a lot of turquoise and all that, but there's a lot of red. So I think I'm going to use my red. I'm going to cut me off a length. This should be plenty. I'm not going to bead a huge length. The rest of it will be on chain. I'm probably actually going to use the Lumicina. I don't know. I'm debating. But I also have another chain laying here that I may use. Okay, so it did it again. But I know you guys got to see this, but you did not see any of the rest of this. So I've kind of covered it up because I've already done a whole lot of work. But we don't need half her hair. Sorry, guys. You saw me get this all together, and you did not see me do any of this, but I have both sides done except for this side did not get actually put on anything, thank God. I'm look up and my screen is black. I need to figure out what's causing it because I don't have anything that would be shutting it off. I did happen to notice that there was like some kind of notification come across. And I don't know if that is what is turning off my video when I'm recording or what, but I need to do some insight. So to make things a little short, what I've done is I have put this on. Now, I know you saw that I was going to use these 11Os and everything. All they did was go up inside of the veil, so I didn't do that. What I did decide to do was use a bead cap, and then I have a series of beads. I decided to go with a bead cap up against the little red matte beads, and then I'm using some of the cathedral beads that came with the companion bundle. And then I have some of these amazing little howlite imitation turquoise, and I'm putting a bead cap on each side of that, and then I'm putting them down. That's kind of how that's looking. And then I just started beading. So I'm using another of the little red matte beads, another cathedral bead, and then I'm adding a rainbow jasper, and then again I'm going into a bead cap with the howlite and then a bead cap facing it. So that's what I've got so far. And then I'm just reversing that pattern of the rainbow jasper, the cathedral bead, and another matte red bead. And then from here, I'm going to do a little different pattern. I'm putting on a bead cap, a howlite, a flower spacer, a howlite, and then a bead cap facing it. And there's what that looks like so far. And then I'm going back into the red matte bead, the cathedral bead, and a rainbow jasper. And then I decided to use a flower spacer, and yes, Jody, you're not the only one with these crazy little gnats. A flat, a matte bead, red bead, another cathedral, and a matte red bead to finish it off. And that's what each side looks like. Ta-da! And then I have already cut my chain, and it has a clasp on it. I'm using a chain that has been here that had a big knot in it that I couldn't get the knot out. So I'm using it. I've cut the knot out and all that. So making use of what is laying here. So there is what we've got so far. And I am using a crimp or a stop it bead. And I will remove some of this excess here. We don't need this much. So I'm going to, we're going to need the crimp tools, and I'm going to cut a length of this off, and I am crimping directly to, it is so hot that in this garage, I probably should open that garage door, that my air conditioner is not blowing cold air. I'm looking to make sure that that is closed, and it is. I'm going to put this right on here. I'm going to go through stop it bead and through probably on this side just that red bead, because that cathedral bead was kind of small. I just saw something going across my screen. So I'm making sure I'm still recording. And then I am going to shove all this down, and I'm going to draw this tight. I'm going to make sure that this is nice and loosey-goosey, but not too loose. And I'm going to kind of make sure that this is about the same as what is on the other side. And then I'm going to get my crimp tool, and I'm going to put it in that last little divot, just like if I was crimping a crimp bead. And I'm going to, with it standing upright, squish down. And I'm pushing tight. And I'm going to go to the end and repeat, just like crimping a regular crimp bead. And it's in there nice and tight. I'm going to give it a tug test, and it's in there. So I'm going to clip that leftover piece of wire. Oops, it would help if I was actually on the wire. There we go. Now, the only thing I am going to do is, I don't like that, I don't know. It's just not closed all the way. So I am going to give it just a little hug and see if it closes the rest of the way. There we go. And there we have it. And I absolutely love how this turned out. It is about 21 inches in length, not counting the little cactus. The cactus has a flower on it. Get this all out of the way. And show you how it looks. Whoops. Get the chain up away from it a little bit. It is so adorable. I love it. I finally got around to using it. And thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate you all very much. And I'll talk to all of you guys down in the comments below. Bye, everybody.